Breaking: newly declassified docs reveal Barack Obama helped manufacture and politicize intelligence to create Trump-Russia collusion hoax. Obviously, I already knew this. I've been reporting on this since the Trump-Russia hoax happened back in 2016. I said that Obama was behind it. Of course, he had to sign off on all of these things that was going on. That is why I can't remember her name. What's the black woman that used to work for him? She like sent out an email to try to cover her butt when it came to it. I'm gonna have to go back and look at some of my old reports on it because it's a little bit foggy because it's happened so long ago. But I've definitely reported on this, and I said that Obama had to know what was going on. He signed off, like I said, he signed off on all of these things, and now we have the proof that he did know the whole thing was a hoax and he was behind it. So we're going to talk about it, but before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my X account, so follow me there as well. All right, so let's get into this news. Now, this comes from the Gateway Pundit, and they report that ODNI Tulsi Gabbard declassified a presidential briefing revealing Barack Obama knew the Trump-Russia collusion narrative was a hoax. This is exactly why they did not want Tulsi Gabbard in as ODNI. They knew she was going to release a lot of information that they did not want the public to know. But last week, CIA Director John Ratcliffe announced that a new CIA report revealed former FBI Director James Comey, CIA Director John Brennan, and DNI James Clapper worked together to purposefully corrupt the Trump-Russia investigation in 2016 before Trump entered office. Isn't that what I've been saying for years? Those three are the three people that I've been naming over the last 3 years: Comey, Brennan, and Clapper. And they all went before Congress and lied under oath. And they're still walking around like especially Comey. I can't stand Comey because he's like, oh, like he's beyond reproach, and like he's this honest police officer type of deal when he's not. He's an evil, corrupt person. The same thing with Brennan and Clapper. And they go they go out to all these outlets and spew these lies and stuff like that. And like I said, they went before Congress and lied. They should be in prison for what they've done. But the three corrupt Obama officials even included the Steele dossier in their quest to screw Trump, knowing at the time that the Steele dossier was complete rubbish. On Friday, it was revealed that Barack Obama knew it was a hoax, and he was involved in manufacturing and politicizing the intelligence to create the Trump-Russia collusion canard. Quote, the IC is prepared to produce an assessment, an assessment, per the president's request, the report said. Per Fox News, they said the Obama administration manufactured and politicized intelligence to create the narrative that Russia was attempting to influence the 2016 presidential election, despite information from the intelligence community stating otherwise, Fox News Digital learned. Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard Friday declassified documents revealing overwhelming evidence that demonstrates how, after President Donald Trump won the 2016 election against Hillary Clinton, then President Barack Obama and his national security team laid the groundwork for what would be the year-long Trump-Russia collusion probe. So instead of fixing the economy and helping people, Obama was more worried about taking out Donald Trump. But documents revealed that in the months leading up to the November 2016 election, the intelligence community consistently assessed that Russia was, quote, probably not trying to influence the election by using cyber means. Isn't that what I've been saying over for almost 10 years, right? We assessed that foreign adversaries did not use cyber attacks on election infrastructure to alter the U.S. presidential election outcome this year. We have no evidence of cyber manipulation of election infrastructure intended to alter results, the report said. We assessed that Russian and criminal actors did not impact recent U.S. election results by conducting malicious cyber activities against election infrastructure, the report said. Last week, Investigative reporter Paul Sperry said Barack Obama's fingerprints are all over Brennan's IC report. And he's right. He said, sources tell me Obama fingerprints are all over Brennan's post-2016 election intelligence community assessment, Putin-Trump frame-up scandal, which leads directly back to the White House and Susan Rice. Oh, that's her name, Susan Rice. I couldn't think of her name. Susan Rice was the one that sent out that email to try to protect herself. Lisa Monaco, Celeste Wallander, and Biden also was in on the briefings. Tulsi Gabbard called the Russia hoax a years-long coup against President Trump. So she posted on X, Americans will finally learn the truth about how in 2016 intelligence was politicized and weaponized by the most powerful people in the Obama administration to lay the groundwork for what was essentially a years-long coup against President Trump. Do you really think you think the mainstream media is going to report all this? I guarantee they're not going to report. They're not going to report this. They still cape for Barack Obama and his administration. But Tulsi said that for the months preceding the 2016 election, the intel community believed Russia lacked the intent and capacity to hack the U.S. elections. But after Trump defeated Hillary Clinton, everything changed. She said, for months preceding the 2016 election, the intelligence community shared a consensus view. Russia lacked the intent and capability to hack U.S. elections. But weeks after President Trump's historic 2016 victory, defeating Hillary Clinton, everything changed. Because remember, even Obama himself said no, our elections can't be hacked. Remember when he said that? Obama, it came out of his mouth. But on the other hand, he was working behind the scenes to try to make it look like it was hacked. That's some dirty, dirty stuff. Tulsi said on December 8, 2016, IC officials prepared an assessment for the president's daily brief, finding that Russia, quote, did not impact recent U.S. election results by conducting cyber attacks on infrastructure. Before it could reach the president, it was abruptly pulled based on new guidance. This key intelligence assessment was never published. She said, goes on to say, the next day, top national security officials, including FBI Director James Comey, CIA Director John Brennan, and DNI James Clapper gathered at the Obama White House to discuss Russia. Obama directed the IC to create a new intelligence assessment that detailed Russian election meddling, even though it would contradict multiple intelligence assessments released over the previous several months, Tulsi said. They were trying to frame this in a way. They didn't want to hear anything contrary to Russia hacking the election to help Trump. They got rid of all of that evidence that showed the contrary. Obama admin officials used their friends in the fake news media to push the Trump-Russia collusion hoax. They leaked classified information to Washington Post, New York Times, and other fake news reporters like Michael Iskov. She said, according to a whistleblower emails shared with us today, we know Clapper and Brennan used the baseless, discredited Steele dossier as a source to push this false narrative in the intelligence assessment, Tulsi said. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. She said on January 6, 2017, just days before President Trump took office, DNI Clapper unveiled the Obama-directed Politicize assessment, a gross weaponization of intelligence that laid the groundwork for a years-long coup intended to subvert President Trump's entire presidency. Wow, wow, wow. Isn't this what I've been saying for years? And I was called all types of conspiracy theorist and all these other things. Now Trump worked for Russia and all these other things. Turns out the whole thing was made up, just like I've been saying, by Obama and the intelligence community to try to take out Trump. What a wild, wild revelation. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Leave y'all comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe. And check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.